What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. It's your host, Billy here.
With Edward James Marriott II.
And this is T-John.
And it's time to take it to the ring.
All right, man. NXT once again set the stadium on fire with another killer performance last night. So The night was just completely electrifying as the fans they just had a blast, it looked like. But luckily, we got to actually send a few of our crew over to it. So tell me, Billy and Sir Edward, how was it, man?
Yeah, that's right. So we got to go, and we had fantastic seats, and it was amazing. So we got to actually go and take some pictures with the cup.
It happens to be the loudest in the crowd, so they pointed us out at the end and brought us backstage, and it was pretty awesome, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, I thought I was in trouble. Like right at the end of the match, she's like, you stay. I was like,
yeah, to be honest, I thought we were about to get carted off there or something. Started to worry.
But it was a blast, man. It was the venue was great, and I love how personal it was because it was pretty small, and it just made it that much more hype.
There was a really good vibe in there as well, 100%.
Yeah, so it was just as exciting. It looked like it was a fantastic event. Like it looked like everybody was having a good time. So that was accurate.
Yeah, it was a blast, man. It was
awesome,
great.
Man.
Everybody was hyped up.
And it was the whole
definitely
crew as well.
jealous.
Constant.
Yeah.
But so every single fight last night was just exciting in their own right. I didn't have any real complaints, man. It was just awesome to watch. But first off, we had MSK versus Jacket Time in their first round bout for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Cup.
Yeah, man, this was a great matchup. And Jacket Time, they came out, they hyped up, man. They were doing a great job, man, and really showing off. They had some great moves last night, showing us what they could do.
Yeah, real high flying. I mean, you see, right there, man, they really gave them a run for their money. But Wesley kind of snuck that pin in with the help of Nash Carter. For real, it was a really entertaining fight all throughout. But luckily, MSK got that win and was able to walk away with it. So I mean, it could have gone either way. So that was a really, really great fight.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised, and that finishing move was great too. He came off the top post, kind of holding each other. But I mean, there was one time, I think it was Carter. He did this move over in the corner where he was just thrusting his butt into the guy's face.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
That was exactly what he was doing 4 times, I believe.
Yeah, I shouted. I was like, "That's a sex crime."
But it was really cool because obviously that was a really awesome way to start the event off. And I think they all kind of recognize that, like you saw in the previous picture just there. They embraced, they addressed the crowd together. It was just a really great way to start. I love that.
You really don't see that very often, especially with wrestling. People have beefs and they keep the beefs for so long, and you don't see that mutual respect very often. So it was really neat to see that, and the whole crowd appreciated it as well.
That was a really nice touch to it as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really was. And MSK gets an even harder challenge because they're gonna fight. They're gonna face Idris Eno and Malik Blade next up, and those two are looking unstoppable, man. I can't wait to see that.
That whole bracket looks great. I think they chose great competitors for this matchup.
Most definitely. But then you had Santos Escobar with his posse Legado del Fantasma coming out and really just trashing Bron Brekker.
They're roasting him, man. He was making fun of his math skills and bringing up family and stuff.
He did get very personal at some points.
Yeah, definitely. He really did. And he said why, though. He's clearly jealous. He wants the success that Bron Brekker has already experienced, and he hasn't been here as long, and he's already gotten the title, and you can tell that's really bothering Santos. But Bron Breakker's not one for words. He's all for action. So he just immediately came out to address him.
Oh, yeah. He went right at it. It's like, oh, you want to talk about family? My family taught me to handle stuff directly.
That's when the crowd got very heated as well.
Yeah.
Because Santos always has some people with him. Bron is by himself and is fine with that.
Well, I think that's why he moved up as quickly as he did in NXT, because he's a great competitor, man. He's holds to his word, and he went right for Ciampa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's like, you know, he's like you said, he's extremely confrontational. Instead of all those words, he just went straight up to Santos Escobar and was like, "Challenge me right now.
Let's go.
Let's see what you got. Like, let's do this. I'll accept right here." And of course, Santos Escobar kind of tucked tail a little bit, backed off, but kind of tried to put on like a bravado kind of performance and was like, "You're still on my time. You know, like I'll come to you when I'm ready."
Oh, I loved it when Bron told him, he's like, "Cayete." His face was just...
That's disrespectful, man. I don't know how I would feel if somebody used my words against me. Like,
his face,
he had to get under his skin.
I know. I think he didn't even know what to do. He was just in shock and awe.
It was pure shock. Is exactly what it was. He got frozen in time.
A
deer in headlights.
I agree with that. But then, you know, as they all left the ring, Legado del Fantasma really tried to jump Bron Brekker and immediately regretted that decision.
Yeah.
Bron Brekker, you know, he's always ready.
Dude, he made light work of him. He tossed him around like a little rag doll.
Oh, man. Did you see their faces afterwards? They were all like, oh, my God. Like,
they were
weren't
shook
ready for that at all.
They got set and running.
Oh, yeah. And then they tried to jump him later. Like, at the end of the whole thing, they tried to meet Bron Brekker in the parking lot. And who do we see? Like, the last person that we were expecting to see was Tommaso Ciampa teaming up to defend Bron Brekker after their little feud that they had.
Man, I am so excited about that. That was great news, and it was a great way to end a great episode. Bron and Ciampa teaming up. Now, they fought together before, but like it's always fun to see them work together. And now that they kind of have mutual respect, hopefully they can kind of put that little bit of the beef aside and just start whooping some ass in NXT.
I agree. I mean, I feel like this showed that their beef was strictly professional. You know what I mean? Like, ever since Bron won, I mean, he's been classy in defeat. And, you know, he's not one for the dirty tactics. So I thought it was really awesome. And he definitely won some points with me while Tommaso Ciampa really coming in and defending Bron Brekker like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do together, like as a team, because that's kind of what it alluded to there.
Yeah. That's what I got from it, man. And the two of them are going to clean house.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, they're going to be unstoppable together. But how about that? Another crazy match between Solo Sikoa and Boa in a no DQ falls count anywhere match.
Yeah, that was nuts. That started off like Boa came out with the kendo stick.
Oh, dude, that looks absolutely awful. You can see the state of his back straight away as well.
Yeah, he was beating the crap out of him.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
He really was.
Edward was shocked. He's like, "Is that a stick?" I was like, "Yeah, he's whooping his ass."
I mean, it kind of capitalized how this feud has been. Like, Boa just did not waste any time, was really beating the crap out of Solo Sikoa. Even like took a steel chair, started beating him with that. They then like go backstage, keep fighting, grabbing everything, kind of just like their match last week. But this time there was no DQ, so everything went. The ref just followed them this time. Nobody was there to stop
What was funny is like right there with that picture, after the match, we were waiting to get on the bus to go back to the parking lot.
This is funny.
And we saw them with the grinder cutting that garage door to fix it, and they're like shaking it and moving it. And I tried to get over there to try to get a picture or something, but it was too crowded. But yeah, they destroyed that door.
Because I was thinking that, like,
kind of made
you know, being an adult now, you know, you got to think about these practical things, man. And so it was funny because I was looking at the dents and I was like, I know this isn't the only like event that they hold at this venue, so they're probably pissed.
Yeah,
to, like, buff this out.
They definitely had to pay for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then you know, like right after that image, Solo Sikoa kind of like surprised Bo with like that fire extinguisher. And that just turned the momentum completely into Sikoa's favor.
That was awesome when we turned around to the screen.
Yeah. So we couldn't see that. It was all on the screen because it was backstage.
The whole stadium does a 180 just to look at this small, tiny screen in the corner of the room.
That's crazy. Yeah, so y'all couldn't even really keep up with what happened.
Oh, I was shouting. I was like, "Ref, what are you doing? Get it in the ring. What's going on?"
Yeah, I guess that's one of the pluses of like watching it at home or whatever, because I was enthralled the whole time, man.
It was fun.
Yeah, but then Sikoa threw he finally got it back into the ring and he just threw him into every single chair. Finally was getting that revenge that he wanted after all this time.
Yeah, and Boa was the one that pulled out all the steel chairs, and they ended up being used against him.
Oh yeah, real
That
bad
was very
intentions
true.
were in the beginning
They
of this
did.
match, and I don't think Boa was expecting it to go the way that it did. And then to cap it all off with that awesome dive through the table of Solo Sikoa just demolishing Boa. And you guys even got a video of that, man.
Yeah, it was sweet.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Look at you guys.
Then the credit goes to me.
Oh my God!
That was such a great finisher, man. The crowd went nuts.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I was
Completely
going
erupted
nuts.
in
I
it.
couldn't believe it. I was in shock at how crazy this match was. I mean, we knew what to expect off of last week, and even the previous fight that they had before that. But seeing it actually all happen was awesome. I loved it. I love the fact that Sikoa finally got the win. He finally was able to get some respect from Boa probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's over, but it looks like it just might have to be after such a performance.
He really showed up, man, and showed he's more than just a street fighter.
Definitely.
He's a
he has a lot
competitor.
of technique, man. He's part of that bloodline, that Uso bloodline. So there's more than meets the eye with him, definitely.
Dude, the crowd was going nuts with oos, oos, oos. It was pretty much the whole match.
Too.
it was the whole match.
Yeah, he was the crowd favorite for sure.
Definitely. I mean, we've seen him get dirty most of that time, so it was about time that we finally see things go in his favor.
Yeah.
But then you kind of had another kind of heel match with Duke Hudson going against Guru Raj, and he interrupted that match between Dante Chan and Guru Raj last week.
Yeah. So if you could really even call that a match, it was over pretty quick.
Yeah, it was over almost
Dude,
instantly.
and Duke Hudson is way bigger in person. He's a stout dude.
He was built like a brick house.
Yeah.
He was rather large.
It's like the TV that really doesn't give that guy justice. He's a big guy, and he moved around, was dominating in that ring.
Oh yeah, I mean, you saw him beat the brakes off of Guru Raj.
That's a great picture.
The power
As
behind
soon
him as
as
well.
The
is
match
incredible.
started, he just was on him white on rice, dude. It was bad.
Dude, he
And then,
beat the crap out of him.
That ridiculous power bomb that he did at the end to put him away.
Dude, just nailed it,
He
man.
was a piece of paper. He
It's
just lifted
giving
him
me
like he was a
flashbacks.
baby. It was crazy.
Flashbacks.
Ridiculous.
That's fantastic. Dude, that was a great match. I wish it would have gone on a little bit longer, but it was a smash match.
Yeah, definitely it was a smash match. I don't see how Guru Raj could even put up a fight after, seeing what Duke Hudson brought to the table there. But, in a not so surprising but a little surprising turn of events, you saw Dante Chan get into the ring to face him, because he's clearly upset that he got his comeback match ruined by Duke Hudson. So they started squaring it out and fighting right after.
Yeah, it was a little bit of beef.
Oh yeah.
Take it to the ring, baby.
Oh, definitely. But I think Hudson squashed it pretty quickly after targeting that previously injured knee. I hope that it didn't re-injure that knee and we don't see him again for another year, because that would really suck. But Hudson was you're not ready for me. And he just went for that dirty, cheap shot right there.
And then you got a great shot of that too. The whole crowd was like, ooh.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
that was rough to watch. I was like, oh well. I mean, I kind of expected it, but it was still rough to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But next we had that 3 versus 3 match, that 6-woman tag team match with Persia Parada, Indy Hartwell, and Kaylee Ray facing the Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane.
So I think this was actually your favorite match.
Yeah, I'd say it was my favorite match. There was just lots of A-class wrestling, and It was my favorite match. I'll leave it at that.
It was intense, man. I wouldn't say it's my favorite match, but it was definitely a contender for it. You saw like these women really went at it. I mean,
Oh yeah.
It really was Toxic Attraction going after Indy Hartwell a whole lot in that match, like just really cutting her off from her team for most of that match. But one of the best things that I liked about it was that dive bomb that Mandy Rose did at the end there. I mean, not at the end, but where she just bombed over all of Toxic Attraction and wiped them out. That was awesome.
Cleaned it. Yeah, cleaned house.
Yeah.
She really did, didn't she?
It was crazy.
And that was a big move from a pretty small girl.
Yeah, and then they shrugged it off and really kept going after Indy Hartwell again.
Yeah, that poor
her,
girl.
Man. Like, I mean, I'm glad that she was able to withstand that beating, but Jesus, like, that could not have been fun to just to get picked on all match, bro.
They were beating the crap out of her. I mean, those ladies were just kind of beating the crap out of each other. That was nonstop.
Oh yeah, because like near the end there, the ref seemed to lose control, and you saw all of them really get in the ring and just start fighting.
Yeah.
And then it really capped off when you saw Mandy Rose with that bat starting to go after Kaylee Ray going after Mandy Rose with that bat, and Mandy Rose was just shook, like trying to run away.
She ran
all the way backstage.
She ran. She was scared to death. She's like, no.
Oh yeah, I mean, she wasn't ready for that. I mean, And being in her shoes, I probably run too. That's a bat, man. And she knows how to use it. She's shown that she knows how to use it. So unless you have something to like go against her with, you better run. That's probably the smart move to do.
That was a great way to finish it up.
Oh yeah, because I mean, Toxic Attraction really looked powerless once their leader left. I mean, Persia Pirotta put an end to this match, putting Gigi Dolan like to the canvas with that powerful like body slam that she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a wrap after that.
That was it, man. She put her down, and the thud was insane. She slammed that girl.
Oh yeah, and it shows like the real strength of Persia Pirotta to really put her on her shoulders like that and really manhandle it.
Oh, she's stout, man.
I think
she's
that
a beast.
We can expect this to be a real prediction going into these three women actually facing Toxic Attraction for all of their belts, because that's what they want to do anyway. They made that clear backstage.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for too, man. So that's kind of what they're leading up to. But it always takes a couple matches to kind of work through it before you can really get to that big championship match.
No, I do agree with that. So, I mean, it's in the works. We'll see what happens. I'm sure Toxic Attraction will come back and do some damage to them before they actually have their legitimate fight. But, you know, it's always fun to see and speculate.
Yeah, you know they're going to get jumped.
You know, the Grizzly Young Veterans faced Andre Chase and his pupil, Bodie Hartwell. It was my first time seeing his name on the screen. I mean, we've seen him a few times in NXT, but it was my first time actually seeing him in the ring. So it was cool to see these four really match up for, I mean, this was the last first round match for the Dusty Rhodes Cup. Yeah.
So that was the first time I've seen him in a match, Broly. And he you could tell he's new. He's kind of still trying to get there. You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Andre Chase was smart.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I was going to say it wasn't as fluent. Like there should be more fluidity to it.
Yeah. You could definitely tell he was a rookie.
Yeah. No, I definitely
He was kind of bumbling around.
But Andre Chase surprised me, man. I mean, seeing his showmanship and him like really taking control of the fight in the beginning, like that was awesome. I was like, oh, he could actually wrestle. Like, there's a reason why people are backing him up, man.
See, I just figured it's because it's on the college campus, so he has a little bit of the following. But he did, man. He did a lot better in that match than I've seen previously. Yeah. But it didn't last very long, man. He was getting his butt whooped for a while.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it was a nice little burst of energy, for sure. It was definitely a nice burst of energy. And like you guys said, man, Bodie Hartwell was completely inexperienced. But, I mean, he showed some real strength and explosiveness for his first match.
He's a big guy. He's stout. He definitely has something to bring to the table. He just needs to work on his skills. Yeah,
I mean, it'll come with time. I mean, we'll see what NXT has to help him build into this if he's going to be a regular. So we'll see. But I mean, the inexperience definitely didn't help them in their match because we saw the Grizzly Young Veterans take advantage of that and really put an end to the match pretty quickly after their little outburst.
Yeah, they were fighting outside of the ring for a little bit too.
Yeah.
It was funny, Edward, since they're from the UK, he was like talking.
So they were
UK
shouting
crap.
abuse at me. I was shouting it back. The eyes locked.
That's funny. That's dope though, man. Because I know
I couldn't even understand what they were saying though. I'm not sure where in England they're from. Sounds like Liverpool, maybe.
Oh man, I was about to say. So y'all had y'all own like slang kind of talk.
Yeah, he's like, oi,
oi, mate.
That's awesome. I wish you
up,
guys
man.
got a picture together too, because that would have been dope to like have. Like
That
I'm
it was
sure they were like,
pretty
snap,
cool.
There's people here.
Well, I was kind of talking trash to him too. I was like, I love your panties. It looks like a chastity belt. It's like he
Ooh.
turns around, gave me the dirtiest look ever, man. He was so pissed.
You're lucky it's
Start having little
you know, it's
padlocks
a
in
more
his panties.
professional thing and not a what is it, an indie promotion? Because you probably would have got the finger or beard
Oh,
on your
yeah.
face or something.
But that was half the fun, man. I was just razzing some of them.
Oh yeah, being that close. But then how about Von Wagner once again coming in to like put some more damage on Andre Chase and Bodie Hartwell again.
Dude, so there was one guy right in front of us that was probably the most hardcore Wagner fan ever. He was nuts the entire time he was there. Just
Constantly.
nuts. Yeah. The whole time he was out, from the moment he came running in to the moment the guy did not stop.
Oh,
the
dude, that
background
must
drone
be his
is
brother
like,
or something, because I'm sure nobody was happy with that happening.
Yeah, he was the only one.
Yeah, nah, that had to be somebody that
He was
like,
getting some
just
questionable
invited
looks
him
as
tonight,
well.
'cause ain't
He was
no
only
way
12.
that there was just some random fan of Von Wagner there, because that was so uncalled for. But
Yeah.
we finally got to know who has been bailing out Von Wagner on the side and has been like furthering this real rift, trying to get Andre Chase University out of there. Because as you see, Roger Stone is here, and he proclaimed that, you know, Von Wagner's now under his management. So we'll see what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more to come. It was definitely an eye opener. I was kind of surprised, but I was like, it makes sense.
Oh yeah. And then we got to see Tiffany Stratton and Io Shirai.
Yeah, your girl
Shirai
Tiffany.
Finally,
Tiffany.
have their match, and this was only Tiffany Stratton's second match.
Mhm.
And you know, before the match, you got to see Zoe Stark and Io Shirai backstage, and Zoe Stark, you know, is still recovering from her injury, so she told Io Shirai that, you know, she's not going to be able to compete for the Dusty Rhodes Cup. She needs to find somebody else. Io is clearly not happy or interested in finding somebody else to team up with for the cup.
She was definitely apprehensive.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She was kind of like, I really don't want to. She's like, oh, because you like me.
And she's like, no, I wouldn't say that. But apprehensive was the perfect word. But Tiffany Stratton then like interrupted that, and you see her like just reveal, you know, I'm fighting you tonight, so you guys can worry about that later. Don't even worry about that because you have to face me. So like, you know, Io Shirai didn't really take kindly to that kind of cocky attitude. Like, this is only your second fight, and you're coming after me.
And Shirai is a beast, man. She came out like ready to fight, man.
She really did. She was on war as soon as she came out.
Oh, she was into the ring
like,
stretching, and like she was ready. She was like, "No, I'm gonna beat that ass."
Yeah, I think she wanted to humble. I mean, I feel like that's now the thing. Everybody's gonna want to humble Tiffany Stratton. Like you could just see it, like you said, Io Shirai was ready. But you know, this being Tiffany Stratton's very first match, it really didn't matter. Like, you can't really see that like inexperienced much because she's so athletic and she has like such like an impressive
and she's
way
got
to
attitude,
fight, especially
man.
with her
She
size.
really does have an attitude, and I love it.
Yeah, she got a swagger about her, man.
It was a quick match, but it was still a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, it really is. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Man, my earpiece keeps falling out. Sorry, man.
No, you're all good, man. But I just feel like Io Shirai, if it was anybody but Io Shirai, it would have been a longer match. Io Shirai is just too good, man. She's too much of a pro. She's too much of a staple in NXT, and she just was not too phased by it. She got her composure, hit her with this beautiful moonsault, and Tiffany Stratton just didn't have any answer. So she unfortunately got pinned in her second match. Welcome to NXT, man.
Yep. There we go. That's how we do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then how about seeing Stratton really take out her frustrations on Wendy Chu's Starbucks cup in the back, man.
I thought it was hilarious, man.
Yeah, she don't want to mess with Wendy Chu though, because I mean we saw in their little match that Wendy Chu is a problem. Don't take her little outfit or her sleepy attitude for granted, because she will put a beating on you too when she gets in that ring.
I didn't even see that clip there at the match. Did they put that up on the screen? Yeah, I don't think we got to see that.
Oh man, so they're doing you dirty at the live events. Well, I mean that was what we saw. I mean, it wasn't really much. It wasn't too much to take from it. It was just Tiffany Stratton came backstage clearly furious, was on the phone with her dad talking about how she was cheated. And Wendy Chu was like, look, everybody loses to Io Shirai, so don't even take it to heart. Really just trying to be there for it. She just launched the Starbucks cup across the room. And she was just like, why? Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't really know what that clip was really about, but I mean, it was a little lighthearted way to just keep things moving. It was kind of funny, man.
I think it's Tiffany just stirring the pot, being kind of a
I
jerk.
think that's exactly what she's about, just trying to cause drama, see some drama, cause a stir.
Yeah,
again,
I mean, that does seem to be her personality, but it works.
Yeah.
It definitely
You got to get a
works.
name somehow.
Yeah, exactly. But then we had the main event, the Cameron Grimes versus Tony D'Angelo match. Whoever wins this gets to face Carmelo Hayes for his title.
Yeah, so I was really, really pumped for this one. And it was a great matchup, man. Tony D'Angelo did not let me down.
Yeah, definitely. And it was kind of weird though, because right before that, we got this kind of random performance from Ali J. Carmelo Hayes and Tripp Williams introduced Ali J, and her song is the theme song for NXT right now.
Yeah, so I thought it was pretty lame.
It didn't seem like people were really feeling it.
I was not a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of backfired. I don't think anybody was really interested.
No, they were trying to hype up everybody running around the ring and stuff like that. I wasn't fan.
I thought there were a lot of people there that were fans though, enjoying it, but
well, I think that was more of her physique. I don't see how she's going to be a wrestler.
I thought it was a wrestling still.
I could see that, because I never heard of her before that. I was like, who is this?
Yeah. I don't see her being a very good wrestler.
No, I don't think that she's gonna wrestle. I don't think that was what this was about. This seemed like just a way to give her a nod to coming out with a song that they like and that they're using, and to not get sued, come perform it.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That's definitely what it felt like to me. But going into their match, man, it was extremely intense. Like you said, I mean, Tony D'Angelo going after Cameron Grimes from start to end, basically, really putting it down on him.
Oh yeah, man. He threw out all the stops. Some great suplexes, a couple belly to backs, some nice takedowns. He was working the ropes too, just beating the hell out of Cameron Grimes the whole match.
Yeah, man. This was mostly one-sided.
Sorry, go ahead.
He had a full variation the whole way through. It was interesting and very fun to watch. I can't lie.
Yeah. No, man, I agree. And then, but what about Cameron Grimes? He had his moments too, like that big crossbody that he did.
Dude, he was up there, man. I mean, if you look at the fans, they're just like, "Oh my god!"
I had to get the clip.
I had to get
in the crowd. That one I had to go back for a few times. I was like, that has to get put in, man.
Yeah, it was great. He was so high up there, man. He got a ton of air.
Yeah. But man, how was it seeing, that surprise? I'm gonna leave that for you guys to say, because man, y'all were right there. I think y'all had to be close to it when Pete Dunne made that entrance.
Oh man, so I saw him kind of sneaking up, real sneaky, way before you could even see on the television, and he had the cricket bat.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just Oh man.
Yeah.
he hit Tony pretty hard.
Oh man, yeah, sweet revenge, man. But it looked like that was an immediate break. Like I'm sure that broke his hand almost like on contact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was pretty bad. The thud echoed. Man,
Ooh.
he hit hard. It was pretty intense.
That's crazy. You
And that
think
guy's
they're,
known
like,
for
ready
working
for
fingers.
that?
Say what?
I said, do you think he was ready for that, like at all? Like, oh.
No, man. No. Like I said, he was just kind of hanging off because I was excited. I was like, oh, I saw him over there. I was like, oh, maybe he's going to come out. I don't think he's going to. This is the last match of the night.
Yeah.
No, maybe he's just watching or something like that. I was hoping to walk down, maybe go shake his hand. No, he came out at the back.
Just bang, right on his hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, he goes back into the ring, and Cameron Grimes just takes advantage of the situation, hits him with that cave-in finisher right to the chest.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah. It was an upset, man. I was really hoping Tony was going to take this. I really thought he was, man. He was dominating through most of the match.
Oh,
and it was a bit of an upset.
He would have.
He
I
was
feel like he
dominating for most of the
probably
match,
would have
wasn't
taken the match.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right,
Like,
man.
I mean, if it wasn't for Pete Dunne, but Pete Dunne needed that revenge, man. I'm glad that he finally got it, and it's pretty cool to see Cameron Grimes get that win because I'm a fan. 22 the moon, man. Like, that,
Are you? I think he's goofy, man. He's such.
I like goofy.
very
We don't
goofy.
always need some serious wrestlers, man. And I mean, he could be goofy, but he can wrestle. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to see him face Carmelo Hayes for that title at Vengeance Day. I don't even know what it is, but I know it's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they announced it yet, but they were up there watching the entire match, just hanging out.
Yeah, is that even an area that people can get to? Is that just for like?
It's strictly for NXT.
Figured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Figured.
That'd be cool though. That'd be the VIP section.
Yeah.
Just hang out up there, get a
that's
couple
what I was thinking.
couches.
I was like, because everybody's down there. Are there anybody up there? Or is it just them? Like,
Nah, it's strictly like I've seen Imperium do promos up there and some of the other people. I think it's really just kind of hype up the moment or certain matches.
gotcha. I mean, speaking of Imperium, though, we got a few little things that were kind of upcoming. Walter changed his name. He's finally in NXT for good.
Yeah, man, and the crowd went nuts. That was big news. Everybody was just kind of chanting, Walter, Walter.
Yeah. It got
That's
dark
crazy. And then, he changed his name to Gunther now. So,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah, no, that's his thing. That was the reason why he really showed up on screen, is that he wants to branch out from his past, and apparently that's his actual name. That's the name his parents gave him, is Gunther.
Ah.
So that's what he's gonna go by from now on. And then later on, Malcolm Bivens kind of joked him for that and was like, nobody cares. Like, that's not gonna matter.
See, this is why even if you're there at the match, you still have to watch a review. Because I was there and I still missed a lot of this backstage stuff.
The
man.
backstage stuff was the hardest part because everyone was trying to find the one screen it was on, and it was hard to locate. Sometimes it'd be behind a beam.
So yeah, fans, definitely still check us out, even if you're there, because there's a lot of storyline that I missed. So good looking out, man.
I mean, hey, I'm gonna call out NXT, man. Do better, bro. Y'all can't get another TV. Come on, man. Like, all the money that y'all are getting, you can't get a giant TV like
Right.
Raw has, just to put the action so everybody can see, bro.
It is
on,
proportionally pretty small for like a stadium that it is in. It doesn't fit it, and then everyone's so loud and rowdy
It's tiny,
too.
and then the sounds, it just echoes the whole way through, bouncing back and forth. It's amazing, to be honest.
I mean, I'm sure the atmosphere is awesome, but you can't miss these great promos, man, because that's what's going to keep you coming in. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you. So Malcolm Bivens just was hyping up, his group, the Diamond Mine group, man. So he just was saying they're going to be the end of, the reign that Imperium is on. So it doesn't really matter how Walter comes back. I know he just beat Roderick Strong, but he's calling for the Creed brothers to win the Dusty Cup, and it's just gonna be a new day and age. Even if Gunther is now in, that's all he was really saying.
Right. Well, I can see that, but I mean, I love the Creed brothers, man. They are really good, but Imperium is really good too. So,
yeah. What about were you guys able to see the whole Cora Jade Raquel Gonzales thing?
yeah.
Okay,
So that
cool.
was there. Everyone was kind of quiet. She walked up, and so we got to see that. But again, it's still pretty hard to follow because it's just so loud.
Ugh. I mean, cool. I mean, that's awesome that the fans are so loud, but come on, NXT, get your sound speakers right. Do something. We got to get these promos live. Or don't.
I agree.
And send them to us. Like, keep wearing your shirt and go back next week and, promo us, bro.
Yeah. Well, when we got picked to go after, I was kind of talking to a lot of the people back there too, telling them that. So they're like,
everyone was so nice back there as well. That was another part to it. Shout out everybody back there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I noticed that, especially with the NXT crowd. They're just hardcore wrestling fans like we are. I mean, they watch all promotions across all networks, So it was being there and having that conversation with a lot of other people was fun.
Everyone wanted to talk to each other as well. That was the fun part about it. You felt like you were basically just with a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so awesome. What was going on with the promo? Tell us about it, man.
It had to be familiar, with it being so small.
Yeah. So what's going on with the promo, man? Tell us about it.
All right, man. So, I mean, with Cora Jade, she's still trying to get Raquel Gonzales to, I guess, team up with her for the Dusty Cup Classic. That's all it really was.
Right.
Of course, Raquel Gonzales is saying no. I thought it was because of, their little triple threat match that they had trying to get that title a few weeks ago. But Raquel actually came out and said it's not that. It's actually because she believes she's nothing like her former tag team partner, Dakota Kai.
Well, I mean, there's validity to that.
Yeah, but Cora Jade kind of was like, you need to at least give me the chance to prove it, so we can expect Cora Jade to now, try to show that she has some kind of comparison in the ability to match with Raquel Gonzales. Because, Raquel Gonzales and Dakota Kai already won it.
Yeah.
So for her to come back, it's not, who just said that? I agree, man. Without Dakota Kai, I mean, well, I wouldn't say it's nothing. I misread, bro. That's a bit too far. But Dakota Kai is like, I mean, she's a draw, man. And with Raquel Gonzales, they were unstoppable for the Dusty Rhodes Cup. So, I mean, Cora Jade has a lot to prove right there.
Yeah, I agree, man. She's not really new, but she's still a younger wrestler, and you got to come up, man. You got to put your time
exactly.
in.
She still has a whole lot to prove right there, So
I agree.
Mean, experience is the key. So I mean, but we'll still see what she brings. Maybe she can convince Raquel Gonzales before, but I doubt it. But they're kind of pushing it, so we'll see.
Yeah. I agree, man.
And then the very last thing that they really promoted was Grayson Waller really calling out LA Knight, talking trash. We finally got to know the name of the bodyguard. I feel like I'm gonna butcher his name. I think it's like Sorov or something like that. But I mean, apparently, you see him. He's a really big dude, man.
Yeah.
Like, he put a hurt on Dexter Loomis a few last week, So he's clearly not to be trifled with, and he just really took that time to tell LA Knight, that restraining order is still in play. But if you ever try to come at me and somehow finesse a way out of the restraining order, you still got him to deal with. So
let's see it happen, man. I love their beef. I think every time I see them fight, it's always a great match. And he's getting a lot better, man.
Yeah, I actually like Grayson Waller, man. I hate to say it. Like, I know he's a real bad guy with the promotion and everything, but you can't deny his wrestling ability, bro. He's really, really good.
Yeah,
and,
he was originally a boxer.
I hate the whole restraining order thing. I wanted them to fight and maybe him come up with that upset win, but he really undercut himself getting all this extra security because he's clearly afraid of LA Knight, man.
You're a fighter, man. Handle your own beef.
Exactly. You can't pick and choose when you want to be a fighter, bro. You don't.
I agree, man. Yeah, Yeah. All right. So here at Take It to the Ring, we like to give each fight card a fight card rating. So we have 5 for Fight Forever, 4, This Is Awesome, 3. So I'm all backwards, man.
I can count.
Yeah, right. So, and then you have You Still Got It, and then 2 is The What, and then 1 is Boring. Worst of all, check us out. We're way more entertaining. So what would you give this episode, man?
Honestly, I give it a solid 4 stars, man. It was all action tonight. I had a great time watching it. There was plenty to look forward to, a lot of interesting developments, and of course, that electric atmosphere the entire time just because of how fantastic the matches were. That's what gave me the confidence to give it that 4 stars. But what did you guys think, man? What would you give it?
Oh, man, being there just gives it that much more like oomph. So it was a great episode. Even for NXT in general, it was a great episode, but even being there just gave it that little bit more. So it's definitely like a 4, close to a 5 in my book, man, because the matches were great and they were really beating the hell out of each other. They weren't holding anything back. This wasn't this little light chop or smacking legs. They were kicking, they were punching, they were throwing. It was great, man. They went hard.
It really was. There wasn't one moment of disappointment up there at all. So for me, I'd probably say it's between a 4 and a 5 as well. If I can give it a 4.5, bang in the middle, that's where it would be.
I'll say it, man. Then let's say it's a solid 4.5. We'll make it our own. So 4.5.
Like it.
Bro. But
very cool.
Like I said, I'm looking forward to whatever they have coming up. Like we can see some rivalries budding, some partnerships coming up. You know, I'm excited for these character developments that are coming, man. I'm all for what NXT is bringing up. But I want to take this time also to promote something that I'm bringing to Take It to the Ring, bro. I'm excited, man. Saturday, come and see me, man. I got me and my friends are making a podcast. We're calling it the All Real Podcast. And of course, hey, Billy and Sir Edward, if y'all want to join in, y'all are more than welcome to. We're going to do a pre-show and a post-show, really just getting into Royal Rumble. And any event that we deem or anybody wants to see us do after this, we're gonna give it our all, man. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a completely different turn from what you guys are really seeing now. I want to say it's like the Attitude Era kind of the shows that you'll see on this channel. I'm excited, man. Yeah,
you and I were kind of talking about that the other day, and it's definitely going to be more of a rated R. So guys, check it out, man. It's going to be cool. I'm super excited for you. I'm definitely going to be checking it out.
Yeah, man. And if you want to join, if you want to like sit in, be a guest on it, I'm more than receptive to it, bro. It's going to be going to be great. And I'm definitely excited to see this come into fruition because me and my boys have been talking about it for a minute. So just to get this platform is going to be awesome. Yeah. But, in this regard, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, Take It to the Ring, comment, let us know what you thought about this event, what's going to come to NXT in the future, what you want to see. I mean, we're receptive and we're going to want to talk to you about it too, and maybe even bring it up in our next few episodes. Yeah, guys, leave a comment. Make sure you check out our sweet merch. Let us know what you think of Ed here too. Yeah. And until next time, Billy here. And Edward James Marriott II. This is T-John, man.